Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Real Esteli Football here on the Real Esteli YouTube channel. Also coming to you live on Sports Flick this evening. My name is James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Ian Sachs. Ian, how are you doing tonight? Are you ready for some more Sunday night football action?
James, it is a pleasure to be here. So excited for Esteli and Junior Managua. And, both of these teams sitting opposite in the standings. Esteli right at the top and Junior Managua at the bottom of the standings. But still should be a good one. That's why they play the game. Anyone can beat anyone on, I guess you can say, any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. That would definitely apply today for sure here. So, yeah, great to be with you as well, Ian, and we're going to have a great night. From the capital city of Managua, as you see the look at the ball right there, we're about ready to roll here, a couple of minutes away from kickoff. It is about 5:30 local time. You can see the sun has already set there. It's already dark outside, kind of hard to believe, but you can see just a little bit of light left there over the top of the net. But sun has set there in the capital city of Managua, Nicaragua.
Definitely don't like that as
ready.
Definitely don't like that as the sun continues to set earlier and earlier. But I guess in a month from now, it should be starting to trend in the other direction.
Yeah, it'll start going the other way. That's exactly right. It'll start flipping the other way. Let's take a look at the weather outside tonight in Managua. 82 degrees, 25% chance of rain. There's storms to the north of Managua. But right now it feels like 90 degrees outside, 80% humidity, and just a slight wind at 5 miles an hour. So not too bad, but a little humid. So attrition could be a factor tonight. We'll see. The teams are obviously going to have to make sure and stay hydrated and be ready for a good evening of action here. Let's take a look at the starters that we have here for Junior Managua. Number 7, Juan Rosales. Number 11 starting tonight as well for Junior Managua, Jose Gonzalez. Number 16, Eduardo Navarez. Number 18, Mike Cruz. Number 20, Stewart Castillo. Gutierrez in goal tonight for Junior Managua, and Edgar Vilchez also starting tonight for Junior Managua. It looks like we have no fans in attendance there tonight. As far as I can tell, Ian, unless there's some that might be behind our camera view, possibly that we just simply can't see. I see a little guy running around kicking the ball out there, but I'm not sure if that's a fan or just maybe someone that's there with a player or a coach, as we also see the rain begin to fall as well now. So that'll thicken the plot a little bit.
Yeah, and James, last week we saw the rain start to really come down hard right before kickoff, and we'll see if this week has a similar thing, and that really impacted the whole game last week. That even though the rain subsided early on in the match, the wet field conditions were something that the players had to play with the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, the one thing about it, both teams have to go against the same conditions, so regardless if it's wind or rain or precipitation, which looks like we're going to get some of that too tonight. who's been having a great couple of games, is getting the start tonight. Manuel Rosas out on the pitch. Richard Rodriguez, Marlon Lopez, Rodrigo Mercado, Jorge Betancourt, Luis Acuna, and Juan Barrera also starting tonight for Real Esteli. It's going to be a great one. Get a look right there at Jean Iglesias. Will be starting in goal tonight for the Train of the North. Richard Rodriguez right there. A good look at Luis Acuna. The blonde locks kind of combed over a little bit tonight. And there's number 16, Rodrigo Mercado. So the Nicaraguan national anthem, I got to figure out what the name of that is. Ian, I should have that down by now. That's not good. National anthem of Nicaragua. That was a great shot right there. All the players lined up. The officiating crew right there in the middle. See if we can't get some information on those guys as well. Familiar faces, just don't quite have the names currently. Match starting a few minutes late tonight due to the rain. Just trying to get everything going out there on the pitch, but we are just about ready to roll. Ian, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, just a minute ago we had a nice shot of a team picture for Junior Managua, as looked like they were posing before heading out on the pitch. But yeah, no, definitely should be a good one, and we'll see if it has any of the fireworks that we saw last week.
You see the captains out there now for both teams. I believe that is Eric Lazama, our official for tonight's match, out there in the middle, along with number 7 for Esteli. And 11, Jose Gonzalez out there for, or excuse me, that was 14 out there for Junior Managua, Bismarck Montiel, doing the captain's duty tonight. So we are about ready to roll. Like I said, there might be a few people in attendance there, but I'm not sensing very much of a crowd-like atmosphere in the background there, Ian. So it might be sparse, if any, fans in attendance tonight at all. Definitely
seems like the smallest crowd, or no crowd, if any. A little different from what we've seen the last couple of weeks, where a small portion of the crowd in attendance, but this tonight definitely looks empty from our vantage point. But of course, James, as you said, could be a couple of fans underneath the cameras, so not in our vantage point, but at least from the angles that we can see, looks like an empty stadium tonight.
Well, the biggest telling point so far for me, Ian, is I don't hear any drums or any music or anything like that in the background, which we've typically had the pleasure of listening to during the game broadcast when we've had fans in attendance. But regardless, here we go. We're underway from the capital city of Managua. Esteli and Junior Managua tonight. Esteli on top in the Liga Primera standings, and as of this evening's match, Junior Managua coming in 10th place. So it was raining very lightly when we got started with the ball game, or just before we started, and now it looks like to be cleared off, at least for the moment. And we're underway. On the far side with it now, it's Mercado. Junior Managua sets up their defense.
Esteli wearing its patented red and white uniforms, and Junior Managua sporting the navy blues tonight.
Pretty sharp uniforms on both sides, don't you think?
Right. Nice stark contrast between the bright red and the dark navy blue.
I like it. Nice bright numbers on the back of those Junior Managua jerseys there. Pretty easy to read. The broadcasters thank you for that, as always. And Esteli, obviously the white numbers on the back of those red jerseys, pretty easy as well. Here comes Juan Barrera now with it, trying to get it into the middle to Mercado. And he misses off to the left there. You get a good look at him right there in front of the goal. How about that do right there, Ian? You rocked that last weekend out at the spot there in New York City, didn't you?
I love it. We saw him starting to sport that maybe a game or two ago, and I certainly love seeing it. And yeah, just trying to get the angle there, but tough play, bang bang right in front of the goal. But hey, you get a corner out of it. Why not?
Great effort there. Number 11, Juan Barrera, working on number 2, Wilder Wilson that time for Junior Managua. That one high and over the crossbar. Just about 2.5 minutes into the action. So glad you joined us here this evening. Make sure and get in the comments there on YouTube. Let us know where you're watching tonight's ball game from. We always like to hear from you. Wherever you may be watching in the world, we understand we're also on Sports Flick tonight down in the Southern Hemisphere around New Zealand and Australia area. So greetings to you folks down there. Checking out some Central American professional soccer here tonight. Or should I say tomorrow for you guys. Monday afternoon over there.
I always get tripped up on what day it is with that international date line. But hey, wherever you are, whenever you're watching us, we definitely appreciate the fan support.
Yes,
but of course,
indeed.
They're not here for us, James.
No, it's not about us, Ian, at all. It's about the players and the fans enjoying tonight's game on both networks tonight for Esteli and down on Sports Flick. About 3.5 minutes in here, we're scoreless. Esteli, the aggressors right there, as you get another look at Wilder Wilson. He's been pretty active tonight so far for Junior Managua. Luis Acuna's got that nice little 12 in the back of the dome there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I like that. In case you miss it on the jersey, just catch it on the back of the head.
Well, after he scores the goal, rips the shirt off, and he's waving it around, he loses his shirt, you still know who it is on the pitch. No problem.
Exactly.
No problem.
I have to say, I think Esteli has the best hairdos of anyone in the Premier League.
Yes, I would have to agree with you there. And now we get a clear view of some fans indeed in attendance tonight, Ian. So there we go. That answers our question down on the end line there.
It seemed like pregame and in the first few minutes, we got every camera angle except that one that showed where the fans are.
Yes. So that has now been clarified as Junior Managua works with it now on the Esteli end of the pitch. Mercado working against Marlon Lopez there. And so now the goalkeeper, Iglesias, will get it out of the box now. A bit of an early game here today, Ian. Kind of getting this one in under the wire just before Sunday Night Football gets started in the United States of America tonight. So good timing on their part. Here comes Esteli on a shot. They got numbers, a great chance in goal there. That one's turned away as well. 2 chances right in front of the net for Esteli. One by Juan Betancourt, the other one, number 12, Luis Acuna. Another look at it here.
Great, really 3-on-0, but a great job by the defense getting back and off that initial save from Tellez, allowing the defense to come back and alter that second shot and send it away. But Tellez taking a hard hit on that one. He's down in goal, but a really great look from Esteli as we take another look at it here. Starts just inside of midfield, wide open, and then a great defensive play from Junior Managua.
Well, Tellez has got all kinds of AstroTurf in the side of his arm right there, but what an effort there in the goal from Diedrich Tellez to save not one shot, but two great efforts there right in front. As you mentioned, no one else helping on that one for Junior Managua. You talk about a fast break. So Tellez avoiding a catastrophe there in front of the net as Acuna gets it back in play now for Esteli. Diving and corralling that one once again is Diedrich Tellez. Tellez took a shot on that little fracas there in front of the goal.
Tellez certainly earning his keep in the first 6.5 minutes here.
He might get a little
Turning away that
hazard pay for that
breakaway,
one.
getting that save right again, but Esteli right back on the attack, staying on this offensive third of the field and keeping the pressure on this Junior Managua defense. That's exactly what this high-scoring Esteli offense has to do.
Here comes Junior Managua now with it. Trying to work it towards the middle. It's over the back of the top of the net. And obviously, you come in as the number 10 team, Ian, against the number 1 team. You got to be able to come in and not really have a whole lot of pressure on you. No one really expects you to win the ball game. You're playing the number 1 team in Liga Primera, so you're just going to kind of let it wide open. You're going to play fun and free and have some fun out there and just try to get better overall.
That's exactly the mindset for Junior Managua today, James. As you said, just one win in its last 5 games, just a total of 2 wins on the season, but they're young, that they're looking to gain that experience, and hey, they're playing against the best. That's how you learn how to do it. For Esteli, on the other hand, they have all the pressure in the world on them. They're turning their attention to the playoffs, which are right around the corner, and they have not been playing their best soccer as of late, drawing in their last game 2-2 against Darien Hen. We had that one, you and myself. Just 1 win in their last 5 matches. So for Esteli, this team that raced out to 10 wins on this season, they've been struggling a bit as of late. And what a better way to try to get back on track than when you face the last place team in the division.
Yeah, we got one more game coming up on Wednesday night, as you mentioned, one more time against Managua, the Blue Lions of Managua. And that's about the last tune-up before the playoffs, except for we have a CONCACAF match coming up as well in late November for Esteli. So it's time to start peaking. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, they haven't been playing great soccer as of late. But tonight would be a great time to turn that around, get things going the other way as the playoffs are quickly approaching. Scoreless here in this one in the capital city of Managua. The Train of the North against Los Pibes. Nice job there by Wilder Wilson, turning that one away. He's been the most active player thus far here tonight for Junior Managua.
All over the pitch and really making his presence felt, and a big reason why it's still 0-0 after that. Those few great chances for Esteli right about 3.5 minutes ago, but still zeros on the scoreboard to show for it.
Marlon Lopez and Richard Rodriguez in the middle there with it for the Train of the North. Number 7 for Esteli, Manuel Rosas. Soto with it there for Junior Managua, and a stoppage of play for the whistle. 10 minutes gone by. We have an injury on the pitch. See if we can get another look at the collision here. Ooh, just maybe a shoulder into the midsection there.
Yeah, it looked like headed right in the shoulder and knocked down, but didn't seem to be too much of a dangerous hit. Just 2 players going hard for the ball, and now action picking right back up.
We're back at it. No cards on that one. Great to see him up and off the pitch, back in play.
And that's a good job by the officiating crew here, not issuing the card there. At first look, could have been a hard hit and could have reached right for the yellow card immediately, but having the wherewithal to realize that there was no malice, no malicious intent there, just two players going hard for the ball and having to meet up in the same spot.
Well said, Ian, for sure, as that one trickles out of bounds just in front of Jorge Betancourt. 11 and a half minutes gone by. You see Richard Rodriguez down there directing traffic. And he's had some pretty clean games for the last little while, has Richard Rodriguez. He's been known to pull a couple of yellow cards himself out of the referee's pocket. But that's been quite some number of games since he's been had any yellow cards.
Yeah, Betancourt with 3 on the season. So has done a better job as of late to keep his cool. And this is an Esteli team that is fiery and can pick up yellow cards, it seems like, in a flurry. So I guess that's one good thing as of late to maybe learn to keep their composure, keep their emotions in check a little more. But, of course, that fiery emotion is something that will only help you if it's in check down the stretch.
Exactly right. As we get a look at now, Luis Acuna going to have a chance at it. Junior Managua defender right there to turn that one away just as it enters the box. Mercado holds it in for Esteli for a moment. Nice little cutoff there. Betancourt and Mercado. Mercado down momentarily.
Mercado trying to get to the edge, but tripped up. You'll see here. Tripped up, it looked like, by number 22, Samuel Padilla. So a pretty good free position kick for Esteli, and they've had a couple of good chances down here, but a nice job by that Junior Managua back line to keep them out of the goal.
So once again, it'll be Luis Acuna. 13 and a half minutes gone by. A 4-man wall set up here now for Junior Managua. As you hear Tyrone Acevedo barking out the signals to his Junior Managua team. And we're ready. Acuna bends it back, and no one home there for Esteli.
Pretty rare to see a 4-man wall. Typically, it's either 2 or 3 that we see. And a smart job by Acuna there to try to bend it where he had the numbers, more Esteli offensive players compared to Junior Managua defensive players. But, hey, just couldn't make that connection in the front of the box.
Good look at Dietrich Tellez now as he gets it out for Junior Managua. Richard Rodriguez elevates. A bit of a slowed pace here as of late, Ian. A couple of extra whistles.
Ever since that fast break from Esteli right around the 6.5 minute mark, it's been pretty slow. Esteli in control of the time of possession at least, but a couple of fouls we saw, a couple of free position kicks for the Train of the North, and now we're getting to see Junior Managua, but certainly not that up and down game that we frequently see Esteli try to run. That they look to run and gun it and get out in transition. We'll see if that can pick up here as they force the turnover.
So now they're moving it up the pitch now. Betancourt gets it over to number 7, Manuel Rosas. Acuna now back to Betancourt. Defenders all over him. And it's sent out by Junior Managua. Manuel Rosas now with it. So glad you joined us here this evening on the Esteli YouTube channel. Mercado works the back line. Out off of Junior Managua now. Photographer comes over there for a moment. He used to play a little ball back in the day. Acuna now out of the corner for Esteli. Manuel Rosas working on Oscar Soto. And it'll stay in the corner once again now for the Train of the North.
Acuna with a unique way to take that corner kick. Not setting up from the corner of the back line, sending his motion toward the end line and then trying to bend the ball back. A little unorthodox, but hey, if it works for him, why not?
Maybe a little bit of a different approach there, yeah. 17 minutes gone by here in our first half from the capital city of Managua. Estadio Olímpico, the site of tonight's match. And if I'm not mistaken, Ian, we might be right back here again Wednesday night for the Blue Lions of Managua. This is also their home pitch.
I believe so. I believe Esteli with these back-to-back games in Managua.
Oh, that one. Olston Reyes goes down on the pitch there for Junior Managua. Collided there, might have hit heads a little bit, but seems to be grabbing his shoulder or maybe the back of his neck a little bit. Training staff out there tending to him.
Yeah, it seemed like Reyes' momentum was taking him back away from the ball, and then that collision forced him forward and kind of lost in the shuffle of midair. Shaken up though, but walking under his own power now. So certainly good to see.
Great to see him up, and maybe he'll be able to stay in the ball game there. I wonder who he's got tonight, Ian. Patriots or Ravens? What do you think?
I'm hoping he has Patriots, but if he was a betting man, I would tell him to put his money on the Ravens.
All right. It's in Foxborough now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back to last year, Sunday night, and the Ravens just destroyed the Patriots. So, and that was a better Patriots team a year ago than right now. So
that's always a pretty good matchup, though. Anytime the Ravens get together and play,
definitely no love lost between
get the
those
pigskin
two
out. It's always fun.
clubs.
19 minutes gone by here from Managua, Nicaragua. Liga Primera action in the Apertura 2020 season. Number 1 against number 10. Esteli comes in the number 1 ranked team in Liga Primera. Heading into the playoffs, which are coming up very shortly. One more tune-up this coming Wednesday evening against the Blue Lions of Managua. Richard Rodriguez. Pretty evenly matched game so far. A couple chances for Esteli. Here's Juan Barrera now with a left foot. But he can't quite set up and get the true swing on it. Not able to really direct that one correctly towards the goal.
Good job by Carlos Membrano. Right on his hip to prevent him from getting the angle and getting a good look at the goal and forcing that one just awry and into no man's land.
And speaking of good luck, crack production staff there on the ground in Managua tonight. That was a fantastic replay look there from the side angle. So great job to those fellas on the ground there.
They always do
done
a great
through
job.
the elements. Come rain, sleet, or snow, Ian, they're always bringing us that fantastic video footage. So we appreciate them as always. Scoreless 20 minutes in here to our first half. Junior Managua hosting Real Esteli. That looks to be Sakara on the pitch there for Junior Managua. He's just about up, and he is up. Isaac Sakara. Eric Lazama, our official tonight. You know you've done a few games in Liga Primera, Ian, when you start recognizing the officials.
That is for sure. Soon you're going to be on a first-name basis with them.
Right? Trying to get on the Christmas card list, man. Come on. So Junior Managua now going to have a chance with it. You see Esteli setting up a little wall there in front of those offensive guys as number 6, Betancourt, comes in to accompany them. That one high and over the net. So now we get a look at Iglesias getting it out now for the Train of the North. And it seems like deja vu again, Ian. This has got 1-0 written all over it, the way these two teams are playing. As Betancourt goes down now. Number 22 in trail, Samuel Padilla, that time for Junior Managua, as we'll probably get another look at that one. And that will draw our first yellow card of the evening. Samuel Padilla, one more look.
Yeah, you see, that one definitely had some intent on that one. Trying to break up that play, deliberately forcing the trip there. It's Padilla's second yellow card of the season. So, a good call by the referee on that one to issue that card.
Yes.
Because he definitely was not making a play for the ball. He certainly was going forward and with the intent of breaking it up and forcing the foul there.
Mercado now going to take it for Esteli, the 3-man wall for Junior Managua. He's got a man right in front of the net, but he was sliding in and losing his footing at the same time. He couldn't really swing through it. That was a great chance there for Esteli, but Junior Managua turns it away, and now here they come. That one nearly gets into the net, but Mercado somehow able to thwart the attack from Junior Managua. What a play. And now we have another yellow card.
Mercado all over the field here. The first real fast break for Junior Managua, and coming up his line was Iglesias, but Mercado doing a great job sending it away. Iglesias was beat on that one, but
he was
still
yes.
0-0 on the scoreboard.
Man, what a play right there. And who were they calling the card on? Oh, Iglesias.
Not sure
I'm not really sure why. Because he came out too far?
That would be my guess. But
maybe the slide tackle there at the front of the box? I don't know.
that could certainly be, but almost reminiscent of the fast break very early in this first half that Esteli had, where the goalie came out and then it was one-on-one, and then another defender coming to the aid of the goalie out of position for that second effort by that defense. And, well, to show for it, still goose eggs on the scoreboard.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, if it wasn't for Mercado in there and that fast twitch effort right there to save that goal, he's definitely going to deserve the first cerveza out of the cooler tonight in the postgame, let me tell you. So here we go. Junior Managua now going to have a chance with it. Unobstructed. Bismarck Montiel, top right corner. And now we have a whistle. So Eric Lazama says not so fast. We'll try this one again. So Montiel with a great strike there. Found the top right corner, but all for naught.
They just want to make sure that he can do it a second time.
Trying to ice him a little bit, right? Little Scott Norwood. That one finds the net as well for Bismarck Montiel. So the home Junior Managua Los Pibes up now 1-0 over the visiting Train of the North. Crack one was good. The second crack at it good as well there for Bismarck Montiel.
Montiel's second goal of the season, and going to that his right both times, first going top shelf and then going low, and we see, yeah, got him on that slide tackle. But here the little delay, the stutter step, still nothing but net.
That had to be a little special there for Montiel, especially after the little the incident there just before with the goalie coming out there for Esteli. So Montiel definitely wanted to get that one in there, did a great job with it, right side goal. Junior Managua now up 1-0 over the visiting Train of the North.
And you saw on that last camera angle, Iglesias hesitating, going toward his right just for a split second, and that ultimately cost him the chance to save that one.
So now the pressure shifted a bit to Esteli as they play from behind now. 1-0 here to the home Los Pibes.
And for Junior Managua, so important to get that goal there, because they're last offensively in the Premier League in terms of offense. Just 14 goals on the season coming into this game. 14 goals in 16 contests. So averaging just under 1 goal a game, and important to strike first here, especially against that potent Esteli offense.
Yeah, we talk often about the Esteli offense, but credit as well, as you said, to Junior Managua, because the defense for Esteli, no slouch either. And scoring on these guys, no small feat. So Junior Managua, great job so far getting that confident first goal at home in, I want to say it was the 27th minute. A few fans in attendance tonight. Junior Managua now trying to do something with it. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Masters, Ian?
I did. I was watching that as opposed to the 1 o'clock football games here, and what a performance by Dustin Johnson.
How about just having to choose between football and the Masters for the first time ever? How about that dynamic for today?
Probably the best Sunday watching experience I've had in quite a long time. You have, I mean, the pinnacle of two sports right there, matched up right against each other, and really nothing more that you could ask for. Waking up, you got the 6 hours of the Masters, and then right after that, you got about 8 hours of football. So what could be better for a Sunday in November? And
then you finish it up with some Liga Primera soccer. I mean, come on. Right?
What else do you want? Throw this matchup in there, and it's a no-brainer.
And then we're going to have a nightcap with Sunday night football here in the United States, Patriots and Ravens. Another look at this one here from Mercado, working it in the corner against 22 Samuel Padilla. And Mercado goes down looking for a little vindication there. 30 minutes in now, we have our first cooling break. 1-0 Junior Managua over Esteli. Pretty even first 30 minutes so far, but Junior Managua able to get that one through there on the free kick.
Good, entertaining first 30 minutes here. A couple of fast break opportunities on both sides, but the Junior Managua one leading to that penalty kick for Bismarck Montiel, and he knew how to make the most of it. Not once, but twice. First one waved off, and then the second one just as good to be the difference so far, 1-0.
Well, we get a look at that picture right there, Ian. Look, you've got to notice that the Junior Managua team obviously quite a bit younger than most of those Esteli players. And I got to hand it to those guys for going out there and battling with these guys. You look at Juan Barrera out there, Manuel Rosas, the experienced Betancourt, Richard Rodriguez, and they're going up against some of the best guys to ever do it in the country of Nicaragua, and they're on top 1-0 right now. That's impressive.
That could be why Esteli went with Iglesias in the goal, the youngster, the 16-year-old, trying to match some of that youth and energy and experience, that youth and energy that Junior Managua has. So, an interesting chess match there instead of going with the older veteran in Denver Fox in goal.
Denver Fox and a number of great goalies coming through this Real Esteli system. Rodrigo Romo as well among those. So great problems, if you will, as Holver Flores has is too many talented goalies on the roster. You get a look at him having a word there with Mercado. Holver Flores in his second year with the ball club. I want to say it's his third official season now. Coming in first during the Apertura 2019 through the Clausura 2020 and then now into the Apertura 2020 season as well. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Luis Acuna now for Esteli. Cooling break in the books. We're ready for the rest of our first half from the capital city of Managua. So glad you joined us here this evening on Esteli's YouTube channel. Acuna gets it towards the middle, but no help as that one settles down. Richard Rodriguez chases it across and tries to hold it in for one more attempt. Acuna puts it too far.
Acuna's ball there looked like it was in between of a shot and a pass attempt, hoping for a teammate to try to maybe come in, try to head that one, get a good angle on it, but no connection made, and so we'll be heading back the other way.
Here we go. Tellez now gets it out. Marlon Lopez among others there with it for Esteli. Well, I can't tell you, Ian, how much I can't wait to see what it's like to watch and call some of these games with those stands completely full of rabid fans.
Yeah, James, we noticed last week with it seemed like a bigger crowd than we were used to with the fireworks going off right at the beginning of the game. The game got delayed because there was so much smoke hanging over the field from those fireworks. So, and that's still with a limited number of people in attendance. So I could only imagine what a packed house would look like.
So Wilder Wilson there picking up a yellow card of his own for Junior Managua. Eric Lozama might have to do an inventory of his yellow cards there at halftime. We'll see. Mercado now is going to have a chance with it. A two-man setup there. Luis Gaitan, part of that two-man wall for Junior Managua as they jockey for position on the right side of the box. It trickles in off the head of number 4 for Junior Managua, Steven Caceres. Great job connecting with that one there for Caceres, turning it away. So now they're going to have it out of the corner, our Esteli, and Mercado will try to work it in towards the middle.
Not much doing on the few corner kick opportunities Esteli's had so far.
That one pinballs out of play. Tyrone Acevedo. Approaching our 36th minute of play. Esteli trying to work it in the middle there once again, but unsuccessful. 15, Bronzati was the nearest member of the Train of the North. That one poked away by Junior Managua, held in somehow by Marlon Lopez. Off the head of Betancourt and just wide of the post. What a play right there. That was very, very close.
That one at first looked like it was just going to bounce away, and then right as it got closer to the goal, thought maybe this one does have a chance, but fortunate for Esteli that it did fall to the side.
Here comes an otro amarilla. Another yellow card issued now by Eric Lazama. This one looks like it's going to go against Rodrigo Bronzati. Number 22, Olsen Reyes on the pitch now for Junior Managua. One more look at the infraction here. Or that was the near one right there. It actually hit the post, Ian. It hit the post. It was that close.
It did. Wow.
Off the head of number 6, Jorge Betancourt. So another good chance there for Esteli, but unable to get that one in. Whistles once again. Marlon Lopez and number 19, Jose Baltondano, exchanging Thanksgiving stuffing recipes down there right quick at mid-court, mid-pitch, I should say.
Not giving you anything for free.
No, give me that ball. That's my ball. Come on, this is my home pitch. You crazy? 38 minutes gone by. So glad you joined us here today on the Esteli YouTube channel. It is early evening in the United States. I dare say early morning down in New Zealand and Australia, where you're getting us on Sports Flick. And this Junior Managua team, I got to tell you, I know they're in 10th place in Liga Primera, but they're impressive here, battling with these experienced players from Esteli.
Having no shame here, and we see that as the season has progressed for this Junior Managua team, that they're starting to show signs of maturing and developing, drawing in their last few games, and they've been in just about every game, even though their record doesn't show for it with just 2 wins, 7 draws, and 7 losses. But those 7 draws indicate that they're right there, a play or two either way, and they could be right in the mix of this.
The effort right there from Mercado, outstanding, trying to work along with Richard Rodriguez on that one. Junior Managua turns it away. Richard Rodriguez trying to work that one off the front of the cranium. Oh, that one poked away by Baltondano. Here comes Junior Managua for a moment. Juan Barrera right there for Esteli. They send it in deep, trying to connect with Mercado. But too much smoke on that one. Oh, and a little contact there at midfield. Another yellow card coming out. And actually, this one is going to be a red card on Bronzati. Nope, it's going to be a yellow. I thought for a moment he was pulling the red out there, but it's going to be another yellow card on Rodrigo Bronzati, which I guess will be ultimately a red card.
Yeah, it's Bronzotti's second yellow card, so an automatic ejection here. And I think he was trying to plead his case to the officials that the junior Managua player was putting his head down as he was going to kick up. Not a deliberate upper kick, but still nonetheless it doesn't matter the intention, is what the officiating crew is saying, that you still made contact, upward kick right to the head, and that's going to get you a card every single time.
Yeah, and he made pretty good contact right there too. I know it would look like he was indeed going for the ball, but an unfortunate turn of events right there for Rodrigo Bronzotti. And 23, Olson Reyes still in some discomfort, to say the least, there on the pitch.
Turning over on his side just to get on the backboard and taken off the field.
42 minutes gone by here in our first half. We're bound to have a little bit of stoppage time. Junior Managua on top 1-0 over the visiting Train of the North of Real Esteli.
Wait, James, we keep saying it. You have to give credit to the Junior Managua team sitting in last place, going up against the first place team, Real Esteli, desperate to get back on track. They haven't won in 3 weeks, and taking it right to them, not giving up any ground, and Junior Managua already with a 1-0 lead.
As you get a look right there at Baltodano getting some consult from Tyrone Acevedo. Reyes going off now on the backboard. Juan Barrera and an assistant coach there for Esteli, along with Hover Flores. So now we're about ready to get it back in play. Brano now with it. How about those Buffalo Bills, huh?
Yeah,
touchdown to Stephon Diggs. Former Desert Mountain Wolves high school quarterback Josh Allen returns home to the Grand Canyon State and takes care of the Cardinals. Well, 34 seconds away anyway.
Don't count out Kyler Murray. We've seen him do it several times already in his young career, and I really like this Cardinals team this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if he leads them in a march downfield. But, of course, they need to get to the end zone, trailing by 4.
Yeah, that's going to be a tight one. Here comes Esteli and Luis Acuna. Folks tuning in tonight getting a little extra NFL update bonus coverage.
Feel almost as if we're part of NFL Red Zone, switching from Cardinals-Bills game to Esteli and Junior Managua.
That's all right. We're gonna check in with Andrew Siciliano here momentarily. 1-0 Junior Managua. We're just about at halftime. Anticipating a few minutes of stoppage time. We'll find that out here momentarily. Another player down on the pitch now for Junior Managua.
We probably won't find out. Oh, 3 minutes.
3 extra minutes. 15 seconds of that already gone by here. Great to see the Junior Managua player up. Shaking off the cobwebs a little bit there. And we are ready to roll. Membrano works it down. A little bit of increased intensity. I don't know if you've noticed as well, Ian, for Esteli since that goal from Junior Managua.
Not playing as free and open as they were in the first 20-25 minutes of the game. And it's a little tight now, realizing that, hey, our backs are up against the wall. Trailing by 1, we need to find the back of the net, and hopefully sooner rather than later. They've got 2 more minutes here in the first half, and a good offensive opportunity so far on this trip downfield.
Betancourt with it over there. Number 22, and Betancourt now is going to pick up a yellow card. Number 22, Samuel Padilla, hits the turf for Junior Managua. Betancourt can't believe it. We'll get another look here.
Trying to make a move.
Oh, I don't know about that one right there.
His foot landing on the Junior Managua defender. I don't know about that. It seemed like it was not intentional. Just where his foot would have come down anyway. But again, that's the whole basketball charge versus block. Who was there first?
Right. Exactly right. Got to beat him to the punch, unfortunately, there. For Jorge Betancourt, he lost that one. About 45 seconds away from the end of our first half. Junior Managua on top 1-0 here over Esteli, the Train of the North, on the road tonight inside Estadio Olimpico. Junior Managua with a shot now in the middle. This is Reyes with it, and he goes airborne.
At first, it seemed like they were just going to play keep away for the final minute of this first half, and then all of a sudden, quickly up the field and had a great look at that one.
A great save there for Iglesias, and then Olsen Reyes just tumbling over the top. Excuse me, that was not Reyes. Reyes went off the pitch earlier. Unless he made a miraculous recovery and isn't back in the ballgame that fast. I don't think so, Ian. So that is the end of our first half. They ended that one about 10 seconds early before any more carnage on the field there. 1-0 Junior Managua over Esteli. And you take it to look at the yellow cards, 4-2. 1 red card. That was the disqualification after 2 yellows there for Esteli. So halftime, we'll step aside, take a short break, and come right back to you here on the Esteli YouTube channel and Sports Flick. Stay tuned. We hope you're enjoying tonight's match between Junior Managua and Real Esteli. Get another look at some of the first half highlights. We'll be back with you here in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned here on the Esteli YouTube channel. We'll be right back with you.
¿Qué más? Te estoy diciendo que vas a quemar. Te dije yo que vas a quemar. No, y si tengo que venir mañana. Y aparte vos no me vas a esperar porque tengo que limpiar, meter esas vallas. Tenemos que meter las vallas. Sí. Hay que limpiar los vestidores. ¿Y vos te vas de último? Vos te vas de último, falta otro más. beneficio de la duda, pues claro.
Llegó el momento de dar el gran paso.
De pasar el legado a una nueva generación.
Es el momento de trascender.
Y ser más que un gran equipo.
Es el momento de honrar grandes proezas.
Y recordar grandes momentos.
Porque la historia no solo se recuerda.
La historia se escribe y se vive.
Hoy más que nunca vamos con el tren a todas partes.
Porque somos un solo equipo.
Llevamos la sangre kamikaze.
Por un solo campeón.
Por una sola grandeza.
Por un nuevo Real Estelí.
Grande, solo el tren.
Hoy no solo nace un nuevo equipo.
Hoy nace una institución que evoluciona.
Es el inicio de una nueva era.
El legado continúa.
El diamante de las Segovias brilla por sí mismo. Eran los 60s cuando dejamos de esperar ese sueño que nos llegó sobre rieles e iniciamos la búsqueda de nuestro propio legado. La participación de un primer campeonato nos abrió paso a la época dorada del fútbol nacional. De ahí partió nuestro propio tren, el Tren del Norte. Fue en la siguiente parada donde se marcó el inicio de nuestra leyenda. En julio del 91, una ronda de penales inauguró la época real. Por los últimos 30 años, hemos ido con el tren a todas partes, con un corazón rojo y el alma blanca. Campeones que salimos al mundo por Nicaragua. Volvemos a la independencia con la emoción de la próxima temporada, defendiendo una racha imparable del Club Nacional de Fútbol más exitoso hasta la fecha. 8,000 almas nos reunimos en el mejor estadio de fútbol del país a celebrar, llorar, sufrir y rugir por la camiseta rojiblanca. La barra kamikaze entrega todo en las gradas por la hegemonía y el legado de su equipo. Juntos sudamos la camiseta y brillamos por nuestros propios compromisos con el deporte nacional. Somos el Tren, quienes orgullosamente representamos la primera institución deportiva de Centroamérica. Ese es nuestro legado. Un mismo equipo, un mismo país, la herencia que viene de la montaña. Ahora, una marca deportiva de campeones nicaragüenses con futuras generaciones que seguirán brillando como diamantes en la corona del Real Estelí. El legado continúa. Nos has acompañado en cada minuto jugado. Has estado con tu camiseta alentando en la gradería. El Independencia ha rugido con tu grito de combate. Tus bengalas han iluminado los campos de juego. Has estado en cada batalla, en cada victoria, en cada derrota. Esta vez, por las circunstancias en las que enfrenta el mundo, por esa batalla que vamos a ganar, las graderías están vacías, pero nunca nos sentimos solos, porque tu camiseta, tu grito, tus bengalas nos iluminaron el corazón hasta el último minuto. Y como en cada final, dejamos todo en la cancha por vos. Este título tiene tu nombre. Gracias, fanaticada. Yo soy del tren.
Viví la nueva experiencia digital del campeón nacional de Nicaragua. Ingresá a realestelifc.com y disfruta de la nueva app online del Tren del Norte. Noticias, resultados, estadísticas, videos y todas nuestras series en un solo lugar. Recibí notificaciones directamente en tu dispositivo. Suscríbete ahora y sé parte de la familia rojiblanca.
The Train of the North invites you to subscribe to its new YouTube channel, where you can enjoy live matches, scores, interviews, and exclusive content from the greatest soccer club and reigning Nicaraguan champion. The time to be engaged with the international train has arrived. Follow the train from the north.
Llegó el momento de dar el gran paso,
de pasar el legado a una nueva generación.
Es el momento de trascender.
Y ser más que un gran equipo.
Es el momento de honrar grandes proezas.
Y recordar grandes momentos.
Porque la historia no solo se recuerda.
No hay falla, hermano. No, ya me dijeron. Son dos. Bueno, no hay problema. Vamos a sacar. Yo le digo entonces. Dale. Correcto. Bueno, entonces, ok, déjenme hablar por ver si consigo a don Reinaldo, pero a ver qué me dice. O voy a hablar con Luis.
Welcome back to Managua, Nicaragua. Junior Managua on top, 1-0 over the Train of the North, the visiting Train of the North. Thanks for joining us again tonight. My name is James Poovey, alongside my broadcast partner, Ian Sachs. It's been a great one so far. Ian, 1-0 Junior Managua, and Real Esteli, the number 1 team in Liga Primera, against number 10 Junior Managua. And the second half about to get started. Number 27 now, Josue Quijano will prepare to check in for the Train of the North. So fresh legs on the pitch now for Hover Flores and the Train of the North in Josue Quijano. He comes in for number 12, Luis Acuna, and we are underway here in half number 2.
Acuna must be tired. He was all over the pitch in that first half. Left side, right side, offensive zone, defensive half of the pitch. So certainly some tired legs, and Quijano now fresh legs. And we've seen Hover Flores do that a couple of times, making a sub right at the start of the half, a fresh start for the player coming in, and now it's Quijano, the recipient of that today.
Yeah, you mentioned Acuna's activity in the first half. He was all over the pitch, and they had him even doing some of the free kick duties as well out of the corner, so I bet he might want to possibly hit the showers early, huh? Maybe get ready for that Sunday night football game. 45-51 gone by here. Now Junior Managua on the attack. A nice save there in the middle for Iglesias. Number 6, Isaac Sequeira for Junior Managua on that try for Los Pibes. A shot to the midsection there. That looks to be number 4, Steven Caceres. We'll get another look at that one momentarily here. Maybe cramp it up a little bit. They're trying to stretch him out.
That humidity
went with the
there.
camo leggings there.
I like them. Really
like that.
Nice look.
A great look. Matches the jersey look there as well.
Yeah, the blue camo. I like it when you don't have the traditional green camo look, but the different variation colors on the camo look. Really nice touch.
Very nice. There was an NFL game on earlier today. One of the guys had, for Military Appreciation Month, had one of those camo sleeves on. Mm-hmm. And for a second, you didn't see it. You didn't realize what it was. You thought, oh, wow, dude went out and got a whole sleeve of tattoos over the weekend. Then you look like, oh, wait a minute, it's a camo sleeve for Veterans Appreciation.
Carson Wentz.
Wentz, that's who it was. Yeah, I was like, wow. Look at Wentz.
I saw that same thing, too. I turned the game on, and I didn't realize. I thought, really? Carson Wentz has that many tattoos down his arm? And then they showed another close-up, and that's exactly what it was, the camo sleeve.
That was it. Wentz from earlier today. That's right. We were watching the same game.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Wentz's Eagles, 3 wins, and they're still in sole possession leading the NFC East.
That tells you a whole lot about that division, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Junior Managua now. The Esteli defense standing strong here, but Managua definitely pressing the issue.
Smart by Junior Managua to go on the attack here. Yes, you have that 1-0 lead, but no lead is safe against this Real Esteli team that averages just shy of 2 goals per contest, and this is a Junior Managua team that averages just under 1 goal per contest. So if you can get that second goal, that should give you a little bit more of a cushion, because 1 goal could change in a heartbeat.
Yes, indeed. And it's always a war of attrition as well, Ian. You want to go on the attack on offense. You want to wear out that opposing defense as well, especially up 1-0, because those same guys that are playing defense on you right now, they got to go down and score on you as well. So it's always a chess match out there in one way or another. Esteli retreating slightly. Marlon Lopez, among others, working it around the pitch. Special shout out to our Spalk production team tonight, helping you bring you guys the English commentary we're providing tonight via Spalk Talk. Ben Reynolds working tonight for us. And our contact there on the ground in Esteli as well, Alan Chamorro. And Junior Managua doing a great job right there in front of the box, turning away that effort there from the train of the north. A flurry of activity there.
Yeah, with a Junior Managua player down on the pitch, not quite sure what happened, but a little stoppage of play here.
And I'm looking again, I could have sworn that was 23 Olsen Reyes. Is he back out on the pitch?
I think he might be.
If I'm not mistaken, he was the one that went down earlier in that big-time collision where he went off on the backboard.
Yes, yeah, the inadvertent kick toward the head area.
Wow. Here comes Esteli now. Rodriguez with it, retreating a little bit. Manuel Rosas with it a moment ago. And now we have a stoppage of play, 51-11 and counting gone by here in this one. From Estadio Olimpico in the nation's capital of Managua, Nicaragua. So glad you joined us here this evening for some Liga Primera action on a Sunday night. Junior Managua working it up the pitch once again. Guys dropping like flies over there. Somehow Esteli holds it on and works it, clears it out.
That was an important clear for Esteli. I don't like when the ball kind of trickles toward the corner. It almost seems like that's a broken play, and that's when an inopportune goal can happen, that the ball automatically just finds its way back right in front of the net. So important for Esteli to create that space, send it back into the midfield, and play one-on-one there.
You always have to have your head on a swivel, especially like you said on those inadvertent balls trickling towards the corner. Never know who might be lurking in the area. Esteli trying to get it going now as Junior Managua tries to send it back the other way. A little confidence now here with Junior Managua, able to play a little bit of keep away against Esteli. Esteli had a chance for a moment there. They've got the numbers here. Oscar Lopez, Richard Rodriguez right there, as Francisco Paz throws it back in. One to nothing, Junior Managua as we approach the 54th minute of action. Richard Rodriguez at the corner of the box with it. Bringing it back over near side now to Francisco Paz. That one ping pongs around. Mercado off the pink locks with it. That one trickles out of bounds and stays with Junior Managua. So now guys are going to start to get tired here. 60 minutes is a long time on the pitch. Some of these guys have been out there the entire match.
And you can even see it in the way that they're passing the ball, not as crisp as it was in that first half, and that's attributable to players getting tired, legs getting a little heavier, a little slower, and that's why soccer is such a game of endurance. And it's not how hard you can kick the ball, how far you can kick the ball, but being able to have that extra burst in the 70, the 80th minute, the 85th minute, to be able to play the 90 full minutes for a complete game.
Yeah, and be effective for all 90. That's really the trick. As you mentioned, we'll see if the youth of Junior Managua maybe comes into play here over the long haul of this one. Some of the Esteli players in their mid to upper 20s, some of them in their 30s as well. They also have some younger players as well, but the overall age of this team for Esteli, a few years senior to the Junior Managua team, I would say. Richard Rodriguez now for Esteli. Mercado with it. Marlon Lopez tries to send it back towards the middle. Too high and wide. Wilder Wilson over there with it for Junior Managua.
Nice idea. Had his teammate cutting there, but Wilson just not on time to get the pass, which was a little too far out in front of him. But a good look for Train of the North.
Josue Quijano just entering the ball game in half number 2 tonight for Esteli. Richard Rodriguez with a left foot swing. Misses wide left.
Had an angle, felt good about it. Esteli has not been able to muster really any offense in front of the goal, so why not try, maybe catch the back line of the Junior Managua defense asleep and have that one trickle in, but sending it just a bit wide.
Always worth a shot. Here comes Junior Managua now with it. Working up the left-hand side, Sekira. He's working on Francisco Paz. Nice job holding it in there for Junior Managua. You can hear the echoes inside the empty stadium there, Ian, as the coaches are yelling out the instructions. Pretty interesting.
It adds a different element to it.
It does.
Instead of thinking about missing the fans and the drums and all the revelry and celebration, it almost feels like we're able to get an extra soccer lesson here and hear the coaches talk different strategies and give their players different instructions.
Yeah, you almost feel a little bit more dialed into the game.
You do, absolutely.
58.5 minutes gone by here from the capital city of Nicaragua. Inside Estadio Olimpico, capacity I believe around 5,800, I want to say. Junior Managua continuing to be methodical here with their approach. Everything very calculated right now. Want to make every chance count, up 1-0 here. They don't want to give anything to Esteli if they want to play keep away with it, I guess, for 30 minutes. Maybe they'll be okay with that, Ian.
Yeah, and why not? You have the most potent offense in the league. Best way to play defense against them, not allow them to have the ball.
A chance there for Junior Managua. A little bit of a crease opening up there, but they send it high and right. Working their way through the defense there, taking a swing at it was Junior Managua. Mercado in the middle. Mercado works on 2 defenders for Junior Managua. He goes down. And maybe incidental contact there. A great quick replay. Well, this is going to be that chance from a moment ago. Number 19 working around the defense there, Baltodano. He was the one sending it high and wide for Junior Managua. Now he still have a player down on the pitch as Los Pibes pleads their case to Eric Lazama. Mercado, Jorge Betancourt as well down there for the Train of the North. Here comes Richard Rodriguez. Number 18 now prepares to check in for Junior Managua. This will be Mr. Mike Cruz. He's going to come on now for Jose Baltodano. Baltodano got the sleeve working there. Not the camo kind. That one's pretty fresh there. Maybe it's got a little ointment on it still, looks like, Ian.
Yeah, and we were talking about sleeves earlier, and he has the ink sleeve.
Oh, Samuel Padilla now getting the red card, and he is exiting the pitch. So his night is through.
Second player we've seen tonight getting a second yellow card, which equates to a red card and an ejection.
Mercado swings it through just over the top of the crossbar. That one nearly connected right there, Ian. A great chance for the Train of the North.
That was a great look at it. And this camera angle is great on it. There you can see it even swiped the top of the net, but on the wrong side of it for the Train of the North.
Unbelievable shot.
Will stay scoreless here, trailing 1-0.
The intensity picking up now as they get another crack at it. Mercado sends it high and wide. And now Dietrich Tellez says, I got to stretch out a little bit here because these guys are going to be peppering me with shots. Here comes another look at it. Mercado high over the top of the crossbar. Really no chance on that one. But the effort was there, and they're really forcing the issue now here is Esteli with over, I want to say 27, 28 minutes remaining here in regulation.
And for Esteli, they've seen that their opportunities trying to go closer to the net have not worked out, hoping that some of these longer shots might open up some opportunities in front of the net in the final 27 minutes of action.
Always a chance for that rebound as well off that long shot too if you got somebody in the right position. So options for the Train of the North, but they got to keep that ball on the right side of the pitch first off. 63-29 and counting. Liga Primera Sunday night, Liga Primera action here in the Apertura 2020 season. Real Esteli, the Train of the North, on the road tonight at Managua, Junior Managua inside Estadio Olimpico. And we'll be right back here this coming Wednesday night for the final match of the regular season, unless we add another, against the Blue Lions of Managua. Francisco Paz over to Mercado now.
For the Train of the North, even though this isn't their home stadium, very familiar territory with several teams playing here at the home stadium in the capital city of Managua. So they'll be right back here again on Wednesday night, and a pretty frequent trip for Real Esteli.
Yeah, we'll have that one for you right here on the Real Esteli YouTube channel. So mark your calendars. See if we can get a game time for that one here before we sign off the air tonight. That one will be coming your way at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That would be 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday evening, the 18th of November. Once again, against the home Blue Lions of Managua. Now we have another substitution. This will be fresh legs again. Number 18, Brandon Ayertis, now checking in for Esteli. So he will come on in relief of number 8, Richard Rodriguez. So Hover Flores now trying to get something going offensively, down 1-0 here to Junior Managua on the road. As you see, Ayertis now getting into the offense there for Esteli. Checking with Mercado as far as positioning, responsibilities. Here we go. Mercado now with it, bringing it up the pitch for Esteli. Mike Cruz on defense there for Junior Managua. Here comes Brandon Ayertis now with it, just into the ball game for the Train of the North. And that one poked out by Junior Managua.
Train of the North looking to take advantage of those fresh legs, especially against that younger Junior Managua team. And that's why we've seen Flores go to the bench a couple of times already here in the first half of this second half of action. And so important to try to keep up with the younger players on the other side and try to find some combination that will work, trailing 1-0.
Esteli upset right there. They felt that a card was warranted. We'll get another look at it here as they try to work it towards the middle. He just couldn't catch up with that one. No infraction there at all. Number 4 now with it, Oscar Lopez, and they regroup. Setting up the offense now. Here comes number 13, Francisco Paz, across midfield. Richard Rodriguez, number 14, Marlon Lopez dumps it in. And we have another whistle.
The game slowed up a little bit here over the last couple of minutes.
Pace has slowed down quite a bit. I was wondering what the gentleman who exited the pitch a little bit earlier, you know, you get done with the game a little bit early, you head home, you can watch a little bit of Sunday Night Football. What's the Taco Bell of Nicaragua? Like if you're going to stop off and get a chalupa, maybe a couple soft tacos, I wonder what it would be. What the place would be down there in Nicaragua. So you guys get on the comments and let us know what that would be. I'd love to know. Useless information that I'm always curious about. Just about to the 69th minute of our ball game here. Working in the corner, number 13 for Esteli, Francisco Paz. Here comes Juan Barrera with it now. Fighting off a defender from Junior Managua towards the middle with it. Tried to find Marlon Lopez, swinging through Ayerdes off the top post. It's no good. Wow. Somehow Esteli holds it in. Ayerdes with a great chance. Hits the top of the crossbar, nearly goes in.
From the moment that left his foot, I thought that one was dead to rights in the back of the net, but wow, just missing that one.
A great effort once again from Ayerdes on the far side off the head there as Mercado goes down hard in between 4 Junior Managua defenders. A yellow card now comes out, much to the dismay of the player who I can't see his number. It's Isaac Sakira, number 6, with the yellow card there for Junior Managua. Just inside the 71st minute of action. Number 16, Eduardo Navarez, prepares to check in now for Olson Reyes, the miracle man who went off earlier on the stretcher and somehow was back in there about 5 minutes later, I think, Ian. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was. Not showing any signs, but we'll take another look at this great opportunity for Esteli. And just off the crossbar.
One more look from the goal cam here. How about this? Oh, Ayerdes just, if he would have been able to just get a little bit more square to the goal, we might have a tie game.
And you saw the reverberation from the shot hitting the crossbar, making the top shake. That's what I saw, and I initially thought, okay, that meant that it went in, that was hit so hard that the impact from hitting the crossbar caused the top to shake. I thought that was the ball careening through the net, but
yeah, that thing hit so hard, it hit and it almost went straight down right in front of the goaltender there, Dietrich Telez for Junior Managua, and somehow that thing was just kicked out. Unbelievable, but Ayerdes with a great chance, trying to make something happen there for the Train of the North as we get a look at number 23 once again. Olson Reyes, his second time tonight on the backboard.
Seems like that's the only way he knows how to leave a game.
Has there ever been a hat trick for leaving on a backboard 3 times in a game? Man, we might have it tonight. We'll see.
That would be an impressive, but I don't think an impressive feat, but not one that any player would want.
I have never seen a person leave the field or the pitch or the court or anything twice in one game on a backboard. Have you?
Right.
Until tonight.
No, same here.
But welcome to 2020. Anything's possible in this year, my friend.
Yeah, it seems like every game that you watch this year, something that you've never seen before happens, and there are no vanilla games that are just, okay, that game happened. Something unique happens, and I guess tonight is leaving the game twice on a backboard.
Unbelievable. Well, don't worry, Olson Reyes, give him 2 more minutes. He'll be back out there for Junior Managua.
Yeah,
just going to throw a Band-Aid on that and get right back out there on the pitch.
Another 20 minutes of action.
Yeah. Plenty of time. But Esteli's got to get something going offensively here, trailing 1-0. 1 to get it in to tie it, 2 to take the lead and win the ball game. Sliding, falling down on the far side, that was Ayerdes. Josue Quijano challenging now for Esteli. Playing pretty loose now is Junior Managua. Trying to bait in that Esteli defense, maybe wear them out a little bit more and diminish their chances of having any sort of offensive attack here in the last 15, 20 minutes of ball game. Francisco Paz gets it back into the middle. Ayertis, Mercado in the middle. Junior Managua pokes it away momentarily. Josue Quijano. That one off the dome of Isaac Sequeira. So Esteli now is going to have another chance with it from the corner. And I believe this might be our cooling break. It is indeed our 75th minute cooling break. We still remain 1-0 Junior Managua. A couple of chances there recently for Ian for Esteli. A couple of really heart skip a beat type of shots right there, especially on our end. But nothing able to connect, and so far Junior Managua was just able to stand strong and keep turning away these attacks by the Train of the North.
Most memorably, that shot that hit the crossbar that was just maybe an inch or two away from trickling in, going top shelf, but still Real Esteli's getting the shots that they want. They're getting the volume of shots that they want. They just need to find that winning formula and poke one through. And give credit to Junior Managua trying to play keep away, doing the best they can, nursing this 1-0 advantage. And what a big win and a confidence booster this would be for Junior Managua in the final stretch of this regular season. A tough season so far, just 2 wins, but what an impressive one to add to the resume should they hold on to this 1-0 lead.
Oh, and the boost in confidence as well, especially for those younger players able to go out there and take care of business against some really veteran guys who have been there and done that, seen it all, seen all the shots, seen all the ways to defend the shots. And that quite an effort if Junior Managua able to hold on to this one. But it's not over yet. Train of the North, plenty of time left to find their way into the back of the net. So glad you joined us here tonight on the Esteli YouTube channel. James Spoovy coming to you alongside my broadcast partner, Ian Sachs. A little Sunday night Liga Primera action from the capital city of Managua inside a sparsely populated Estadio Olimpico tonight. I would say maybe 100 people in attendance, if that.
Just a crowd behind that one goal there, the one that Real Esteli is shooting towards in this second half.
Mercado with it from the corner. It's poked away. Trickles out of bounds.
And you know what? You're the home team. You can look for any advantage, any little thing that might help get you over the top. And the way you go with where the fans are is certainly one of the ways to just get whatever edge you can out of it.
Anytime you can get a little home cooking, you try to do it, right? Josue Quijano tries to work it towards the middle. Junior Managua pokes it out of bounds. 78 minutes gone by as we see Francisco Paz looking to get it back into play.
Took a long time to get that throw in. Well defended by Junior Managua, and then you see the handball immediately. A smart play there, realizing that it was almost like a 50-50 ball and able to knock that one up right into the Real Esteli player's hand.
Carlos Membrano swings his leg through that one for Junior Managua. It pings-pongs around. Esteli somehow keeps it. Juan Barrera comes up a little bit lame there. Maybe a little collision. He's going to try to walk that off. .79 minutes gone by. Josue Quijano now with it. Marlon Lopez tries to find a trailing Francisco Paz near the edge of the box. It's going to result in a corner kick now here for Esteli. Brandon Ayerdes from the corner. Great defensive position there for Junior Managua. Francisco Paz somehow holds it in. And down goes Juan Barrera. And out comes the yellow card from Eric Lezama. So Juan Barrera is going to get his name in the book.
And why wouldn't Barrera get a yellow card in this game? He leads the league in yellow cards, and why not add to that total?
Well, sure. Here it is right here, another look at it. Barrera settles it down momentarily. And I don't see how they call that on Juan Barrera.
Yeah, it looked like
as we get another great look at it here from the replay team down there on the ground in the truck there in Managua, Ian.
Looked like it should have been either a no call, inadvertent contact, or if a card on anyone, it should have been on Montiel, but instead Barrera picks up his 9th yellow card of the season, and now Quijano adding his name to the ever-expanding list of players to receive a yellow card tonight.
We're going to have to get Eric Lezama a new notepad there. He's going to run out of room to write these guys in. There's been a number of cards. I think we're got to be close to the 10 mark by now, Ian. There was 6, I want to say, in the first half alone.
Sounds about right, and just 2 right here in the last minute of action. And, yeah, definitely that sliding block. Not going to get away with that one anytime soon.
Yeah, that's going to get called just about every time. Now, this one here, though, is a little suspect, I'd say. So now 18 with it. Mike Cruz sends it in for Junior Managua. Cruz once again with it, trying to find the middle. Trickles wide right. Iglesias right there for Esteli. The train of the north now. Can they mount the attack? Or will they let the young guns prevail? Mercado with a little footwork there at midfield. Little tug on the arm. Mercado hurries up and gets it back into play. Marlon Lopez brings it near side now. Here with it is Francisco Paz. And I've been very impressed with Mercado. He's come on in the last couple of games and really had some quality minutes out on the pitch.
And especially tonight, especially in that first half, he, along with Acuna, were the 2 energy jolts for Real Esteli, keeping them in the game and providing so many important plays for them. And of course, Acuna getting subbed out earlier in the contest, and it's been all Mercado since then, but has yet to find the back of the net. Is now the minutes starting to get very short for Real Esteli.
In the back of the net, they score it. How about it? Number 18, Mr. Fresh Legs himself, Brandon Ayerdes, puts it in the top left corner of the net, and we are tied at 1 apiece.
And of course, just as I say that, Ayerdes finds the back of the net, and it's a totally different ball game now. Still several minutes to go, and Esteli finally breaking through, getting that 1 goal on the board. So many close opportunities over this second half, and you know what? Now it's an all-even 1-1 ball game.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. We had a great last 6 minutes plus here for you from the capital city of Managua. Great strike there from Brandon Ayerdes. A lot of mustard on that one. He put it top shelf left side. And Esteli finally gets on the board in the 84th minute of action. Mercado goes down now.
4th goal of the season. Still second place on the team, well behind Juan Barrera, but still nonetheless, so not something to sneeze at, those 4 goals.
Definitely not. As we get a look at Jose Gonzalez now coming in for number 15, Oscar Soto. One more look here. Francisco Paz to the middle. And Ayerdes with a great one. Off the head for Ayerdes. Another look here in the goal cam. What a score. Boom. I thought he kicked it, Ian, but it was off the dome there for Brandon Ayerdes.
Yeah,
what a goal.
A nice header there. And you saw on that cross that Barrera was right in front of Ayerdes, that it really could have fallen to either one of them, but it had enough air on it to travel all the way to Ayerdes, who knew exactly what to do with it and redirected it perfectly into the corner of the goal. And now Esteli in great position to try to add another one here.
Boy, they would love nothing more than to do that here on the road. Francisco Paz, great defensive position once again there for Junior Managua. As Ayerdes once again in the mix there for the Train of the North. Time closing in now on both these teams.
And of course, James, let's not forget that last week we had a game-tying goal in the 90th minute that cost Esteli its 11th win of the season. They ended up having to settle for a draw. But some late-game heroics and activity and offense. So still anyone's game to poke one through.
Mercado there trying to find Ayerdes closing in on the net. But Junior Managua able to poke it away. It is still anyone's ball game, 1-1 here with about 2.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Will there be more late game heroics? Eric Lozama making his way across the pitch. Might be having a conversation with the fans possibly over there, Ian. Maybe is some stuff being thrown onto the pitch possibly. Not really sure what's going on over there, but maybe a sideline warning of sorts.
Could certainly be that, and you have to feel for Junior Managua. They play even for much of that first half. Then they get the goal to take the 1-0 lead on Real Esteli to jump in front, and then they're leading the whole second half all the way until a late goal. They withstand multiple attacks from the most potent offense in the Liga Primera, but still to no avail. It looks like it's headed toward another draw for Junior Managua. That would be their 8th of the season, and they played their hearts out tonight, got the early offense. The defense took care of what they needed to, but all in all, the equalizer from Ayerdes, and they're headed toward potentially another draw.
Yeah, would you consider it, as you look there at Juan Barrero trying to work it down on the end line there for Esteli, would it be considered a moral victory for Junior Managua if they're able to hold on and get the draw here against such a high-powered team as Esteli?
I would say so. When you can step back and take the perspective of, we were up on them for the majority of the game, and we survived so many scoring threats from an offense that's produced 30 goals entering the contest. You have to take some satisfaction in that, but of course, then once you hit that 80-minute mark and we're in single digits of minutes left, and you start to really salivate for those 3 points and that third win of the season, and then it gets wiped away with one header into the back of the net. And sure, you'll take that 1 point that comes from the draw and all the lessons that can be learned here, but of course, you would have loved to see it come out with a victory as well.
Well, Eric Lozama doing his best Oprah Winfrey impression here tonight. You get a yellow card, and you get a yellow card, and you get a yellow card. Dietrich Tellez now picks up a yellow card there. Maybe a little delay of game infraction, something on that end. We'll see how much extra time we have as you see number 6 going down there. Jorge Betancourt, as his jersey was grabbed from behind by the Junior Managua defender. 5 extra minutes of stoppage time. So we'll see who can possibly get one more in before the end of our game.
Yeah, James, I'm pretty sure at this rate, you and I might be picking up a yellow card before the night's out.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't already, honestly. I mean, I almost feel slighted at this point that I haven't gotten one. Lopez with it now for Esteli, turns it back towards the middle. A nice poke for Dietrich Tellez. This should be an exciting couple minutes here, Ian. Both these teams a lot on the line right now.
Esteli playing as if they're behind 1 goal instead of even, and I think that's a part to their struggles as of late. Just 1 victory in their last 5 contests, and you'd love to start to see that picking up as we turn our attention toward the postseason and winding down this regular season. So perhaps a little extra urgency in these final few minutes here to try to get that second goal and get on top and pick up those 3 points in an 11th win.
They are trying to work it towards the middle that time, but once again, great defense on for Junior Managua. You mentioned the postseason right around the corner. One more game coming up this Wednesday night. We'll be right back here inside Estadio Olimpico against the Blue Lions of Managua. And then the CONCACAF match later on in the month in Costa Rica on tap for Esteli. Junior Managua player down on the pitch there as we approach the 93rd minute of action. Don't have a number on that player yet. All right, he's up and at him. A minute, 40 seconds remain. No sense of urgency yet here shown by Junior Managua. Esteli might have another crack at it here. Managua defense doing a great job that time, turning that away. Josue Quijano with it. Here comes the train of the north. It's wide right. Ayerdes with a chance on the edge.
Ayerdes looking to two-time it here. Already has the one Esteli goal for the night. Looking to add to his total as well. But just a bit wide, and you like that aggressive take, and a great look here in these final few minutes. So many opportunities for Real Esteli.
And Tellez goes down hard that time for Junior Managua. So just a few more seconds here, and this one will go final. Another Junior Managua player down on the pitch, and Eric Lezama very close to calling this one here in just a few more seconds. They'll give him one more chance here on the end of the pitch as soon as they clear it out. Number 4 with it now for Esteli, Oscar Lopez. And that will do it. A 1-1 draw is our final here inside Estadio Olimpico tonight, inside the capital city of Managua, Nicaragua. 1-1 our score. We take a look at the final totals. Shots on goal. 14-14. 6-6 on the yellow cards. 2 red cards as well issued here tonight, Ian, as a result of multiple yellow cards issued as well, I believe. A pretty even match. Once we go to, we mentioned a possible moral victory for this young Junior Managua team against a very experienced team in Real Esteli.
Yeah, for Managua, for Junior Managua, you have to look at it that you played dead even with Esteli and was leading for the majority of that second half, and it was only for an Ayertes header in the 83rd minute that otherwise you'd come away with the victory here. So you have to walk away from this game, though you just threw your 8th tie of the season. Very confident, very happy, and a great performance here. And for Esteli, definitely some things that they can patch up, but you like that aggressive way that they ended that second half with so many good looks, so many good opportunities. The Ayertes goal, finding the back of the net and giving Esteli the 1 point to add to its lead at the top of the standings. But of course, they have to find a way to get that win. Okay, they give up the 1 goal, but then they have to find a way to get more than 1 goal and get back on top. Again, the last Esteli win was back on October 23rd. So, of course, they'll take the draw here, but as they started to turn their attention to the postseason, draws are not going to be good enough. They need to pick up victories.
As you see the lone goal of the night there for Junior Managua by number 14, Bismarck Montiel. The only score of the night for the Train of the North was number 18, Brandon Ayertes, who entered the ballgame in our second half of the match tonight. So a great one from the capital city of Managua. We'll sign off for this evening and look forward to Wednesday night. We'll be right back here inside Estadio Olimpico for the Blue Lions of Managua and the visiting Train of the North. For my broadcast partner, Ian Sachs, for Ben Reynolds, our Spock producer this evening, our liaison on the ground, Alan Chamora, James Poovey signing off from the capital city of Managua. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Sunday evening. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, wear a mask, and we'll talk to you very soon.